Hello, my name is Charlie O'Connell and I'm a student at Stewart Hall High School in San Francisco, California. Stewart Hall is part of a Sacred Heart network of schools, a derivative of the Society of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, which was founded in France in the year 1800 by St. Madeleine Sophie Barat as a means of spreading education and the Word of God to all. Years later, Rose Philippine Duchesne would bring the Sacred Heart Order and educational philosophy to the Americas. The Sacred Heart schools in the United States share a set of 5 goals. The goals seek to inform the network of the schools of the Sacred Heart and to guide the education and development of their students. My experiences at Stewart Hall High School have fostered a deep understanding of Goal 2. Goal 2 asserts that schools of the Sacred Heart commit themselves to educate to a deep respect for intellectual values. A criteria of achieving Goal 2 is that the school provides a rigorous education that incorporates all forms of critical thinking and inspires a lifelong love of learning. 4 years of sports, service trips, and connecting with my peers have done much to guide my development. However, nothing fostered my love of learning like Mr. Helms' AP Environmental Science class. That year, Mr. Helms taught my class about the effects humans are having on the environment. In particular, he explained the coming issue of water scarcity. Water is the most basic human need. Our bodies cannot survive 3 days without it. In recognition of this fact, human rights groups across the globe have stated that water security is an inalienable human right. Mr. Helms asked us to read The Atlas of Water, a book that explained the problems humanity is facing in ensuring everyone has enough water. There's a finite supply of fresh, drinkable water on the earth. To gain access to this water, bodies of water are often diverted from naturally flowing courses into human-designed ones, which do not take into account the environmental effects, including drought, starvation, and reduced rainfall in affected areas. Often, water supplies are stolen by private corporations or strong governments from impoverished or weak peoples. In securing their own water, despite the cost to other peoples and nations, these corporations and countries are propagating a domination system. Defined by Walter Wink in The Domination System, a domination system is characterized by unjust economic relations, oppressive political relations, biased race relations, patriarchal gender relations, hierarchical power relations, and the use of violence to maintain them all. Although an uncomfortable realization, I saw that my actions were contributing to the domination of those less fortunate when I supported these corporations or when I overconsumed fresh water. I realized that I take water for granted while I participated in and on water as a rower and swimmer. I gladly took long showers and left the water running as I brushed my teeth. I realized that, although minusculely, I was part of the system of oppression. I knew that I should change because any positive change would have a great effect. However, it took exposure to Pacum in Terris before I was able to decide what to do. I was too entrenched in my old lifestyle. Students of a Catholic tradition, my classmates and I have been exposed to Pacem in Terris, the encyclical of Pope John XXIII, in which he asserts that man has the right to live. He has the right to bodily integrity and to the means necessary for the proper development of life, particularly food, clothing, shelter, medical care, rest, and finally, the necessary social services. Working in concert with one another, Mr. Helms' grave announcement that the world may run out of drinkable water within my lifetime, and my obligations as a Catholic to protect those less fortunate, particularly the SPOW, have influenced my daily actions. I actively attempt to conserve water and encourage my family to do so as well. I have pushed for the installation of low-flow shower heads and toilets and the use of greener appliances. I read blogs and governmental and non-governmental organizational reports concerning the environment almost weekly. All of this is done with the intention of tearing down those domination systems which oppress. Goal 2 has not only made me aware of the state of the world, but has urged me to be conscious of my actions in everyday life. It has made me a better person and a better citizen of the world because of its effects on my education. I feel the influence of Goal 2 both inside and outside of the classroom, and for that I am grateful.